Michael Zuber's One Rental at a Time book review. I'm going to talk about the 4 phases of Michael's and Olivia's journey. I'm also going to talk about the real estate terms I learned while reading this book. Lastly, I'm going to talk about Michael's life after retirement. In phase 1, Michael discusses the infamous 1% rule. This rule is designed as a simplistic method of analyzing rental property. Michael was unable to find rental property meeting his 1% rule in the local market and decided to expand his search area, finally finding his target market in Fresno. Michael's first property was on Norris Drive. He was able to buy 5 more properties before phase 2. In phase 2, Michael talks about doing your homework. Michael advises investors to research dozens of properties before spending a single dollar. There are many ways to find capital, which Michael himself used, including his 401k. After the 6th property, Michael decided to scale up to 5 to 10 unit properties. This is when Michael hit the pause button and took a break from buying. Phase 3 focuses on the real estate crash. Michael says the investors were faced with the harsh reality that the market doesn't always go up, but can crash. Many investors lost money when this happened. Luckily, Michael had multi-unit properties that were focused mostly on cash flow rather than appreciation. When the market crashed, Michael saw this as an opportunity to buy property at much cheaper prices and took advantage of it. Michael built a good reputation for closing deals, and realtors were happy to work with him. He also established a good reputation with private money lenders, which is how he accumulated as much as he did. In phase 4, Michael hit the pause button again after stepping back and reviewing what Michael and Olivia have built over the years. They reflected on the portfolio they were now in passion of. They realized that Olivia was able to quit her job and retire. Michael didn't want to retire right away because he wanted to give it a year to see if he would be able to retire. Eventually, he decided to retire because he wanted to give it a year to see if he was able to retire. He eventually decided to retire and write a book that would help the 9-to-5 worker understand how real estate works, and they could retire from it someday too. I learned a lot about real estate terms while reading this book. One of the terms that I learned was an alligator property. I learned what it means to finance and refinance something. I learned what equity means and how it can help you purchase more property. I learned that the term unit and door is an apartment. I learned what a real estate flipper is. I also learned what hard money and private money lenders are. I learned about squatters and how to get rid of them. I also learned about credit and how important it is. Michael's life after retirement consists of writing books, creating a YouTube channel, and a Facebook page to help investors become financially free. He also mentors investors in his personal life. Created a program called the 6% and 20% program, which gives investors another way to make money from real estate without taking a huge risk. One of the things that Michael talks about the most is the importance of staying away from alligator properties. He plans to build a lasting impression people that will last for at least 100 years after he dies. In the book report, I talk about the 4 phases of Michael's real estate journey. I talked about the terms that I learned from reading this book. Lastly, I talked about Michael's life after retirement and accomplishments he's made, as well as some of his future goals. Thank you, Michael, for teaching me the importance of investing in real estate and the impact it can have on my life when I grow up.